What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are bringing you guys another Ark video today. And as you guys are aware, the Homestead update has pretty much just dropped. And right now what we'll be doing for you guys is we'll pretty much be highlighting those changes in game. So we have done a previous video where we've just gone over the patch notes very briefly, but now we'll be showcasing you the items and stuff like that that have been added, as well as some of the features. Now guys, as you can see, we've currently got creative mode activated in single player, and we're on the island. We've got a ton of structures in here. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with foundations. Now you guys can currently see we've got some tech floors in front of us. We're also just going to bring this down here and do this to show this to you as well. There we go. Alright, so you can see there we've got some stone foundations, some tech foundations. Now these are the foundations that are already in the game, obviously. However, they've added a new implemented effect where you can actually change them to look like the S Plus foundations. So we'll go over here where the actual sun is. There we go. So you can see the difference between them. So it's kind of more textured like a wall. So if you were to put stone walls on top of it, which you can do that now because we've got new items. Here we go. You can see one of these. You can see there it kind of matches up with the rest of it. Whereas if we were to go like that, you can kind of see the difference. So in my opinion, I do kind of like these foundation designs better than this one, because it all kind of matches up nicely and stuff like that. Like you can see from a distance, it kind of all just looks like one big wall. Now it's entirely up to you guys if you want to go about doing it like this. However, it is only available to the foundations. Now the tech ones are the same, so if we grab the tech ones and we go switch to block, you can see there that's what they look like, and here is the walls on them. So you can see there, they all kind of look like one big wall. So, I mean, it's up to you and how you guys want to aesthetically look, make your base look. I kind of prefer the all looking symmetrical as one sort of wall, but that's just me. So that is the first feature that we're talking about. Now the next feature that we're talking about is the ability to pick up new structures. Now before, you could not pick up the tech generator, the tech transmitter, or the tech replicator, but you can see here pickup is allowed for 30 seconds. So we're just going to casually sit here, just wait for the 30 seconds to run out. You can also do the same for the tech replicator, if we can find a spot to put it. There we go. You can see there pickup is allowed for 30 seconds. So we've got 9 seconds left. We'll just pick that back up, and we'll just pick that back up, and we'll just pick this one straight back up. Now this is great for obviously if you accidentally misplace it, which I happen to do all the freaking time, or it's not straight to how you want it in your base, you can just pick it up. Now do note, once you turn them on, you can't actually pick them up. So you can see here pickup is allowed for 26 seconds. We turn it on and turn it back off. You can see that it won't allow us to pick it back up. So do be careful when you do that, otherwise you'll lose your tech transmitter. And not everyone wants to lose their tech transmitter. Now the next thing we'll be talking about are these. The dedicated tech storage. These things are absolutely amazing. So essentially what they are is they're kind of like storage boxes. If storage boxes could hold 1800 stacks of an item. So guys, you can see here there's only one slot for items. You choose the single item that you want to put in there, so it can be anything. You can put structures, metal, any resource. You can see here we just put polymer in it. Now it says there's 100 polymer in there. And if you simply walk up to it with a stack of polymer in it, you can deposit all, and just like that you've deposited all your polymer. It then tells you how many stacks you've got, and from there you can just simply take it all out. There we go, you can see there. Now if you don't want to use polymer, all you can do is come inside, clear resource type, and boom, you've got yourself an empty storage box. Now with that, you can put whatever the heck you want back into it. You can put structures. You can see there we've got some stairs. We can withdraw the stack, clear the resource type, and chuck in crystal, for example. And then we can just deposit all from our inventory. You saw that there was crystal down the bottom. It's now in here. So it's really cool, and it can hold a crap ton. Like I'm talking a crap ton. So you can see here we've got all this metal here. So if we put a stack in there, boom, 200 metal, chuck it all in. We've got 19 stacks, 3,600. It tells you how much metal you've got in there on the front. So 3,800 metal. It also gives you the little icon for it, which honestly I think has been missing for a while in Ark, and it's definitely worth investing in. Now you can definitely use this sort of thing next to your industrial forges or your normal forges. Simply place the box down next to your forges and boom, bada boom. Go about doing it. Now obviously you can see here that we can stack them, you can put them out, you can stick them in, you can do all sorts of designs with them. The really cool thing is though, you can make them float. So if we just go pick up here and we go pick up here and we go, we'll pick this one up. Yep, there we go. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go out 2. We'll go 3, there we go. Alright, so now what we can do is we'll come down to, we'll go down 1. Can we go down 1? No, we can't go down 1. We've got to go across like this. Alright, So say example, we want that one. What we can do is we can go like this. We can go boom, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, and boom, look at that. You've got a floating box of storage. Now you can do this anywhere. You can go underneath it. You obviously can't jump above it because you're underneath it. But you can walk around it and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. You can also use these as like stepping stones. So for example, if you wanted, you can go, let's just line it back up here. You can make like a little staircase of them. There you go. And you can see there, boom, we're just making a staircase. Now you can sort of abuse this to build to the top of the mesh, right at the top of the map, and like hide a whole heap of resources up there if you really wanted to. Like, you can do that. You'd need a lot of storage boxes, and they are rather expensive. We'll take a look in here. We'll show you guys how expensive they are. Tech storage, is it tech storage box? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, nope. There we go, tech dedicated. So you can see there, 4 black pearls, 75 crystal, 3 element, 125 metal, and 55 polymer. I mean, it's a decent amount, and you can see that when powered with a tech generator, acts as a fridge. So you can also store kibble, eggs, and all sorts of things in here, because it acts like a fridge. You know, you can use this for breeding if you really wanted to. You know, you chuck a whole crap ton of meat in it after you've done a meat run, and just leave it next to your hatching area, and you've got easy access to a ton of meat to raise all your babies. So the uses of this box is ridiculously high. Like, there are so many things you can do with it, and it's great. You can simply, like I said earlier, take the metal out, and you can just simply, you can change it. So you can see here that it says deposit all. You can change that to make it withdraw priority. So instead of just walking up to it and pressing E, you can simply walk up to it and press withdraw stack. There we go. And you can see that you withdraw 1 stack at a time. You can simply walk over here, chuck it into your forge, wait for the cooked metal to come out, put the cooked metal in the one above. It's really easy. It's really good, and it's finally come around. It's taken them forever to do, but I think in the end it'll be worth it. So you can see there, we've just deposited all that metal we took back out, and boom, just like that, it's done. These boxes are so good. I'm really keen to get into them on the servers, so make sure you guys check them out. They do have 1250 health, so they're not the best in terms of defensive. Like, let's just real quick here grab some C4. There we go. But if you are raiding with C4, you're probably not going to be using it on tech, since C4 doesn't have the greatest effect on tech. There we go. So let's just chuck it over here. So here we go. We chucked 1. 1250. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't really take much to get into. So you do have to be aware of that as well, guys. Because if you're not reinforcing your bases with metal as well as tech, you could be in a bit of trouble. Especially with people getting into your resources and pretty much griefing you, because all your resources will be stored in these boxes. So it's up to you guys if you guys want to use these. I probably would use a couple of them, especially around the forges and the hatching area, like I said, because they can be really useful for storing like a ton of raw meat and like a ton of metal and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the tech boxes. Let's move on to the next items. Okay, so you guys have pretty much seen the wars. They come in 4 stacks now, like 4 high. You can see there, boom. Now, I'm pretty sure you can get them in 12 high. Last I checked, they did have them in 12 high. They might not have implemented that in this. Yeah, so in S Plus there were 12 high wars. It looks like 4 is the limit now. Large stone wall, large adobe wall. Yeah, it looks like 4 is the limit. So there were 12 high, but now there's only 4 high. So the 4 high wars, they're good. They don't save on resources because it costs the equivalent of 4 normal wars. So if you were to make 4 normal tech wars, it ends up working out to be the same amount as 1 large tech war. However, I would not recommend using the large tech wars in terms of base defense, just solely on the fact that a normal tech wall has 10k health. These have 18k. So 1800, yeah, 18k, sorry. So you would be able to blow this single wall up and all 4 of them would come tumbling down. It's up to you guys. In terms of base defense, they wouldn't be the best, but in terms of like PvE and like ease of life, you could go about doing it. I personally probably wouldn't use it like that. I'd probably just craft up the normal tech walls, especially for tech and metal. If it was like stone and wood and stuff, yeah, go for it, because like there's, you don't build stone to not get raided kind of thing, you know what I mean? So like, I would build single wars out of tech and metal though, so that's just me. But that's the 4 high wars. They come in wood, adobe, stone, metal, and tech, as you can obviously see. You can't really do anything else with them. You can pick them up obviously, but that's about it. Now, another really cool thing that they've added is posts. So you can currently see here, we've got tech fence support. So these tech fence supports, when you build when you build when you build fence foundations, they sometimes don't snap the walls. These do, however. Now, another really kind of thing that's bummed about them is you can still snap them. You can see here. But they're like nice and flush and straight now. And it makes things look a lot nicer. Like, look how much nicer that looks. 10 times nicer. So these are new and they kind of just like hop above ground. And you can snap them. They're kind of like your old fence foundations, except you can sort of see them better. And like, yeah, like look at that. Like, look how much nicer that looks. How good does that look? That looks so much nicer. I mean, we'll go on the outside and look at it. There we go. Look at that. How neat and tidy does that look? So you can use these for like breeding pens and stuff like that. It'll save you time and like just general ease of use of life. I think it's a really good addition to the game, and I can't wait to test it out more so in like the actual part of the game. So is that okay? That snapped funky. There we go. All right, sure. We'll leave you there. So yeah, they're the tech fence fence supports. Tech fence support. That's it. All right. Next up, we've got the staircases. Now, honestly, I'm so pumped for these. Look at these. Look how nice they look. They've added this for the staircases slash ramps. So pretty much what it is you can switch your ramps, but the staircases look so much nicer. Like, look at that. Look how sweet and tidy and like sick looking they look. I'm not a fan of the ramps. I definitely am a fan of the staircases. The staircases look absolutely schmick. So that's one of the other things that they've added into this. And yeah, we're going to move on to the triangle foundations now. Okay guys, so they've also added in triangle foundations. Now you can see there, that is our stone one. We've also got tech ones. They've done it for wood as well as adobe and stone. So like you can build like pretty cool looking watchtowers with this. So like boom, chuck some walls on there, chuck some walls on. You can use turret towers. You can use these as turret towers. Like look at, okay, unless of course you get stuck in them, which you probably don't want to happen to you. So yeah, you can make like circular tech turret towers now, which are, in my opinion, pretty good because they've got like a wide looking radius. You can see there, boom. Like look how much nicer this looks. Look at that. Just like that. That is nice. You could stick like a pillar coming out of the top here, have some more tech turrets, have tech turrets angled on each end. Oh, just imagine how good it would look. Now, one of the other really cool things that they've also added is double door frames. Now, you can currently see here, we've got like some just general stuff. There we go. All right, let's put those up there, make it look pretty. Now, this is really something that I'm pumped for because they look absolutely sick. Double door frames. Look at that. How cool is that? So instead of the door frame taking up like a single little rectangular thing, it's now a whole square kind of deal. Which, it still occupies the same amount of space. So you still occupy the one wide sort of thing. It just looks a lot nicer and cooler. In my opinion, anyway. You guys could disagree with me potentially, but like it's all up to you. And then you can still simply snap walls on top, unless of course you don't click the button like I did. There we go. And you can just simply chuck in some triangle foundations, ceilings I mean. Probably not the best idea to do it once you've done that, because it's not going to work out really well for you. But yeah, you can chuck up like normal ceilings and stuff like that, and just chuck those on. So it's really cool. I'm a fan of the double doors. Now, one thing that I have wanted to try is whether or not you can fit pteranodons in them. Because I do remember when they were on S+, you could fit pteranodons in them. So let's just take a little gander. Can we fit him in? He's pretty lined up, I would say. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can fit him in. So it looks like they might have patched that. Yeah, you could fit pteranodons by C-spinning into here. Looks like they fixed that, thankfully, though, so that's good. But yeah, guys, there's a lot of stuff that you should get around to playing with. Like, it's really good. Now, they've also added a ton, well, not a ton, but they've also added a couple of greenhouse ceilings as well. So you can see we've got the triangle ceilings as well as triangle roofs and triangle double doors. Not triangle double doors, greenhouse double doors. Now, these greenhouse double doors, they still get the greenhouse effect and all that sort of stuff. They just look really cool. So what we're going to do here, we're going to chuck this on here. There we go. And look at that. Like, how cool does that look? Chucked it closed. Oh, obviously it's going to have horrible defense, but like, for a greenhouse, it's going to look pretty schmick. So yeah, there's a ton of things you can do now. You can potentially honeycomb your base to like oblivion. So like, watch, we'll pick these up, for example. Pick it up. And we can go, where are the dedicated storage boxes? Boom. We can get these, and we can go like, oh, you know, this is just a nice little spot. Let's chuck a couple of these in here. You know, stack them up. We can make them high, and then we can just go like this. Unless, of course, we don't build it in properly, and then it won't work. So if we just pick it up, let's just pick it up here real quick. Actually, let's try that. Will that snap? There we go. So because you can pick up the bottom one, like, where are they? So we can go like this. So you can go, okay, there we go. So it doesn't look like you can build down from them. So you have to start always with the base sort of thing, and then you can pick them up from the base. So, like, we've got 2 boxes in here. We could potentially go 4, 5 maybe? Can we go 5? There we go. We can go 5, and we can just chuck a wall up. And look at that. No one would know. Can you see him on the outside? I mean, you can kind of see him on the outside, but if you, like, layer this again with another layer of, like, foundations and walls, no one is going to see that you've, like, honeycombed your base up. Like, look. You can just simply go like that and like that. And then if people want to get into it, they've got to blow through that. They've got to blow through that as well to get into your storage boxes. Now, probably not the best idea to use, like, 4 walls. You probably want to stick, like, a door frame somewhere in there so you can actually access all this stuff. But, like, honeycombing now is going to be, like, a real intense thing. Like, look how much honeycomb stuff you can do. You could make, like, a really ridiculous maze with this sort of stuff. Unless, of course, they decide to blow through your ceiling, in which case you're pretty screwed. Like, to be honest, you're pretty screwed if that'll happen. But you can still honeycomb up here. You just simply, like, chuck in some more walls and just honeycomb again. So it's really good. Like, some of the S Plus stuff is really amazing. And I can't wait to properly, like, grind it all out and get to it all. Especially these dedicated storage boxes and just seeing what we can do with them. Because you could, like I said, you could potentially build your, like, sky base out of these things. Can you actually place structures on these? No, you can't. Okay, good. I was going to say, good thing you can't place structures on them. So, yeah, there's, like, a ton of stuff you guys can do now. And, like, if you haven't checked out the update, definitely check it out. You've also got the kibble update, which is pretty good. So, has our pteranodon pooped any eggs out? No. So, you've got, like, simple kibble, basic kibble, regular kibble, exceptional, extraordinary, superior. There's 6 different types of kibble now. If you guys are unsure what the kibble is, look it up in the other video that we put up earlier today. And yeah, like, you can take a look at that, and it's pretty cool the way they've reworked the kibble system. It's definitely needed a rework for quite a bit of time. But in terms of all the S Plus structures, I believe that's all of them. You've obviously got the couple of, like, the angled roofs as well. Actually, I don't think those have changed. Wooden triangle roof. Yeah, no, it looks like they have. A wood sloped triangle roof. What does that look like? Let's just take a look here. Triangle. We'll grab a triangle ceiling. Roof. Grab the roof. Alright, chuck this down. What does this look like? Do we need the... Yeah, so this is like that. There you go. So you still need, like, those... Oh, okay. Okay. So you can build, like, a ramp down. That's pretty cool. Whoa, alright. That's... I don't know what is going on here, but, like... you can build some pretty funky shapes with this. Like, look at that. That's got something going on for it. So, like, you can build these, which are, like, your angled stuff. I don't know if these were in there before, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure if I can remember them being in. I do remember there being, like, the angled ones, but I'm pretty sure they weren't like this. So, yeah, we've got that as well. I don't think there's any more new structures other than that. I think we've pretty much covered all of it. Let's just take a quick look here. Quick scrolly through. Yeah, we've got the double doors, the double door frame. I'm pretty sure that is everything. Oh, no, it isn't. We forgot about the pipes. So, you've also got flexible pipes and cables now. So, let's just grab the pipes. Okay, so we've got, like, you've got, like, flexible pipes and flexible cables now, which is pretty good. So, for example, here we've got a generator right here. Boom. So what you can do with these cabling is you can essentially just stretch it out. You can see there. So what we're going to do, connect it there. Right. Okay, sure. It's not flexible, but you can then rotate it in any sort of direction that you want. Now, in terms of keeping it straight, I don't think you can do that. You can see here, there's no real option for it to, like, sort of align itself forward, which is a good thing. But this allows you to, like, build cabling in some really odd spots. Like, look at that. You can get the cabling, I don't know what it's doing at the moment. It's kind of just snapping to different parts of itself. Requires at least one nearby pipe to connect to. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe I was using the wrong button. There we go. So, yeah, you can see there, like, you can build it in some pretty gnarly places. So, if we just add some gasoline here, you'll see that it will actually be powered. Alright. Chuck it in here, and we go gasoline, turn on. And you can see that, they're all powered. So you could potentially build this in whatever way you wanted, however you wanted. Like, I can see this being really useful for turret towers. Like, if you're slightly out of the range of, not if you're slightly out of the range, but if you're like slightly outside of the pillar for protection, you can simply snap these cables and just go nuts. Like, look at them all. They all snap to each other and stuff like that. So they're really good. Oh my god, look at the diagrams you can make with these things. Holy smackadoodles. Oh shit. Look at that, it's a giant bloody fly swatter. So yeah, so you can do that with the cabling. Now you can also do that with the pipes. So we've got, what do we got? We've got an intake pipe here. There we go. You guys can see that, intake pipe. And if we go like that, there we go. You can see a straight pipe up. And it's got the same sort of function. Helps if we press the right button. There we go. So you can then like snap this on however you want. Direct it any way you want. It's great for like aberration and like places where you don't have access to rain and stuff like that. You can build these sort of pipes and like build them however the heck you want. However the way you want them to as long as they reach your base, that's all that matters. And you can build some pretty funky designs like you could with the cabling. Oh my god. And then like if you wanted to, you could just simply go like that and just chuck, no, don't chuck a ton of them in there. So you can see that you can't actually chuck the pipes onto them. So if you were, you can just go, nope, wrong one, and we'll go like this. So yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I'm pretty happy with how it's all going. But yeah, they're the flexible pipes. You can see there you can pretty much arrange them, detail them however the heck you want to. You can see they've also got running water through them, refresh connections. Okay, there we go. You can see it's refreshing connections to make sure we're all still connected with water. So guys, there's a ton of new stuff that's come out. Like, it's really amazing. The kibble rework as well is really cool. We'll be getting into that more in depth later as well in a later video. But I pretty much think we've covered everything. We'll just another double check here. I'm pretty sure like the metal triangle ceilings, the foundations, the ramps, we've done all that sort of stuff. The fence supports, the flexible cables, the greenhouse doors, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to like testing some of this stuff out and seeing what exactly it can all do. I mean, it doesn't really change much. I mean, it does change like the style of living and stuff like that, which is really cool. But I wish they brought more of like the turret sort of aspect side of S+. But I mean, yeah, beggars can't be winners. You know what I mean? Like, we're just gonna have to accept it. But like, some of this stuff is pretty cool. So yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap up the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below for more Ark. But other than that, I will catch you in the next one.